Y'all might have seen my guest today on a popular show called, The Voice. She is a beautiful singer that is taking the world by storm as a full-time artist. Y'all, please put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Miss Khalea Lynee. Yes! Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Please have a seat. Woo! How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am so glad that you are here today.
I'm so glad to be here today.
Indeed, finally our paths get to cross because we are both Voice alumni.
Alumni, yes.
Yes. And you are here today to tell us about your journey, but also what you are up to. We want to go back a little bit and talk about your childhood. How far back can you remember wanting to sing?
Ooh, it goes back pretty far. Not to tell how old I am, but yeah.
Well, you look like you found the fountain of youth, so that's all good. You're welcome.
But yeah, honestly, for as long as I can remember, singing is what I've wanted to do. I never thought about anything else, to be honest.
So what made you say yes to, when did you finally say yes? Like, what were you doing when you were like, you know what, I'm just going to give this thing a try?
So honestly, it was that divorce.
And that'll do it.
Yeah, that kind of pushed me. Like, you know what excuse do I have now?
Correct.
There were no excuses, and I was ready to go. I felt like I was ready to really give it that sincere push, and I did that. So that was around 2014-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful year. So now, I was also a contestant on The Voice. You know that, and so were you. Tell me a little bit about your experience on The Voice. Because, we had to go through some things that probably a lot of people don't know that we had to go through. It's revealed. It's not a secret now, but we were, sequestered.
Yeah.
What did that feel like to you when it first started happening?
It was a lot to take in.
Right?
It was a lot. And I just tried to take everything in stride and not, be overwhelmed or not allow it to overwhelm me. But it was a lot. I think after the show, looking back on it in hindsight, it was just like, wow, I really just did that.
Like you made it through it, right? Did you feel like you should have got like a PhD or a master's after that?
I felt like I should have got some kind of certificate, a crown maybe, I don't know.
Something.
But some sort of parting gift.
You definitely graced that stage with your presence. What inspired the release of your first song?
Oh man, it was a long time coming. Like I had been waiting for so long to release music. And once all the stars aligned and everything just fell into place, I was just like, okay, now's the time. Because before that, it kind of felt a bit forced. But once everything just kind of found its place, I was like, all right, let's go. So there's that soulful, that country, upbringing. And my mother also from Alabama. I grew up around uncles who loved music. So I have 4 uncles. And all of them they took the time to play classic music around me. Wow. And that stuck with me. It still to this day
It stuck with you and it penetrated your soul.
It did.
It really did. Yep. I just love it. So listen, we know you're going to sing later. I'm trying not to get all into that. But let's talk about your influences. When you talk about musical influences, would you say that they were your family or externally?
A little bit of both, honestly.
Share your external and internal influences in music with us.
Internally, I would say my mother was my biggest influence.
She sang?
She sang.
No.
And
you sure we ain't sisters?
Listen, we might need to figure that out.
Yes.
But she was a choir director. She grew into being a pastor as well.
Wow.
So she was ultimately my biggest influence.
That's
she had a
amazing.
beautiful voice. Externally, again, they allowed me to listen to the classic music that has helped to kind of mold and shape me into the singer I am. So they were playing Anita Baker and Shaka Khan and Whitney Houston. So those were the voices that I grew up listening to. And
those are the voices we needed to grow up listening to, right?
Absolutely.
And the influences are there, but you are there.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit under there. And just like, we love to hear the Khalea that's coming out in this new sound. Not even, you know what, you're bringing back, but moving it forward in a progressive way. That sound that we love. Right, y'all, when you're saying? Because the guys playing it in rehearsal is just
Yeah.
like, it's a whole vibe. So what's next for you, Khalea?
We are gonna continue pushing this project, and honestly, I'm already working on the next one.
Are you? Always, and you should. You know how it goes.
Yes.
Soon as the one song is finished, it's on to the next.
Yeah.
Well, listen, please stick around. We cannot wait to
Absolutely.
share more time with you here on the
I'll
show.
be right here.
We'll be back. We're here with Khalea Lynee. Come on.